Welcome back, everybody. My name is Lucas, and I tear down VR games, apps, and experiences to help you build better virtual reality. Today, I'm going to be going over TimeStall. TimeStall is a virtual reality puzzle game in which time is warped in order to help you save the captain and solve different puzzles. This is probably my favorite game that I've gotten to play so far. It really nails every aspect of the user experience in what I would want in a game. TimeStall is an Oculus Studios production that, to my knowledge, is only available on the Quest for the time being. As a reminder, I tear everything down based upon a criteria that I put together myself, and that is VR is someplace. And that includes aspects of visuals, relativity, spacing, physics, the environment, and many more. The last thing to mention is that I do everything on my Oculus Quest. With that, let's dive on in! Okay, select a locomotion option. I'm going to go ahead and say this right off the bat. I love this. So these locomotion options should be how every experience starts. The reason for this is that you understand, first off, it says you can change this later, excellent prompt, and being able to stick or teleport gives the user the preference on how they want to interact right off the bat. Absolutely, absolutely love this. I also love the orientation aspect of the starting point. So I know where I'm starting, where my orientation is, and I'm automatically choosing how I want to interact. I prefer stick, so that's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to see if I can't rotate this.
The fantastic leap is due to...
Oh, shoot.
The smart gloves will allow you
Oh, I can just orient it this way. Perfect.
Leap's time warping abilities.
So I actually oriented this with the left. So don't forget you can move using the stick precisely.
Put on those smart gloves, human. They go on your hands.
Use the grip to grab buttons. So this is the onboarding, and right off the bat, I love the space that I'm in. They've done two things really, really well. They've made a very open, engaging environment that I want to look around about, and they've got action that's going on in the background, but I also feel like I'm safe. I'm protected. I'm in this little bubble here, so I don't feel like I'm, overwhelmed all of a sudden with too much that's going on. So it's doing its thing. I'm looking around. I can move with the joysticks. I can also move around in the physical world. So if I wanted to, I can move around like so. So I'm going to walk up here. I'm going to take a half step back so I'm in the frame. All right, so let me grab. I love it. I love it. Use the grip button to grab items. Okay, what a great onboarding tip on how to transition from the Oculus world into the TimeStall world.
We look forward to working with you on our beautiful crowd-funded spaceship. You have been recruited to accompany us on the way to our first destination, Terra Prime, and we'll be working alongside a talented robot.
So this onboarding part is a little long, and I do like the text. It could be about 10% farther away, because it is a little close to my face, and 10% farther away and maybe 10% bigger to adjust for that distance. Please board. There's tons of these little cues that are going on. I've got Veronica talking to me in my ears, and I've got little cue here, and I'm looking around. I got the little boom, the ding that happened behind me. So what am I going to do? I'm going to just go ahead and turn around this way with the joystick so that I'm staying facing you. So, hand scanner. Awesome. Music is already interesting to me. I like the incorporation of music. This seems to be like a loading scene, but this is great. It's loading here, but music is nice. Okay.
Welcome aboard the Fantastic Leap Shuttle, human. I'm the captain.
So, right off the bat, I'm in this space that I want to look around in, and I can tell that from the looks of it, it feels like everything's going to be interactive. From a spacing perspective, I feel like I'm in this space. I feel like I'm here. Now, I'm going to just go ahead and do the onboarding here. I'm going to shake his hand. And I accidentally ripped it off.
It's good to meet you.
This is an awesome interactive component because it lets me know that I can interact with these robots with the items that I have.
They're not all named Bob, though. That would be confusing. This Bob is Dave, and that Bob is Randy. I suppose you would like to know what your first task is. Well, we need someone with 5 fingers to wear those smart gloves and activate the hyperdrive. It's the only thing on this ship designed with a bit of a flaw. Ah, the fantastic leap. You'd never think that all of this was built hastily into a crowd-funded budget. It really is impressive.
Captain?
That's Victoria, by the way, the ship's computer. One of the biggest expenses, so we had to cut a few corners elsewhere. Not me, though. I was assembled from the highest quality parts crowdfunding can buy. Victoria has an exquisite skill. She can manipulate time using the ship's warp core. Go on, Victoria. Show the human what you can do.
Human, I am about to slow down time. Because you're wearing the smart gloves that are linked to my system, you'll be able to move around in real time while this occurs. 3, 2, 1. Go on, human. You can move around and grab things.
So while we're in the onboarding, this is an amazing interactive element that incorporates you immediately into the dynamics of the game and how I can play around with the space.
Don't tell the captain, but this ability of mine has been developed mainly to keep him safe. He tends to get himself into trouble. Let's speed time up again, shall we?
My human assistant is unfazed by the time warping? Incredible! I wonder if that'll come in handy sometimes.
Captain, now that we're all done introducing ourselves to the human, maybe you should start making your way to the bridge.
Victoria's right. We should head to the bridge. But first, I want to show you around. Let's see how the party preparations are going. We promised the premium backers aboard this ship a grand party once we got to Terra Prime. Are you ready, human? When you are, just go and select the welcome hall from the shuttle navigation hologram over there, and let's get going.
Right off the bat, everything feels good. The items, they feel like they're the right size. My hands feel like they're right about the same size as my hands. When I grab items, this feels like it's about the same size as a champagne bottle. And I guess I can launch the champagne bottles. Now, these robots, they're small, but they're cute and they're cuddly. And the flaps here, everything feels like it's not only is everything interactive. So first off, in terms of the environment, everything is interactive, which is what you absolutely have to do. Either everything is interactive or nothing's interactive. In this case, everything is interactive. And I can touch, I can move, I can prod, everything. It's wonderful. I love the fact that I can touch and move everything. And everything also has some feedback to it. So if we take this and, it gives me the wooden sound like it would in real life. This flumps back. If you grab this and drop it, they tink. Everything is interactive just how I would imagine it would be in real life. So that is an amazing element they did with the environment, and they've done this with everything. I think this is a hockey puck. What does it say? Swamp rats. I don't exactly know what TimeStall has with the hockey pucks because there's hockey pucks throughout the entire game, but we can speculate a little bit later. You can see everything in some way, shape, or form interacts, which is amazing because that's what I want to do when I'm in virtual reality. I want to interact with everything. So because I can walk around with the joystick as well as physically walk around, so I can, rotate my body and I can turn and look. I've got a wall behind me because I'm limited by physical space, but if I wasn't, so let's say take a step out here, I can literally walk around in my space. and I can see what all is going on. So I'm not just limited by the joystick. And because Oculus actually recommends a 6x6 grid, I think that's exactly what this is a 6x6 grid. So they've integrated the idea of the physical realm and the virtual realm almost seamlessly. So I can walk around if I want to, but I'm going to be solving puzzles, so I want to be able to stand up and move about. In terms of the sizing, right off the bat, like I said in the onboarding, the text was a little bit close to my face and a little bit smaller. I wish it was a little bit bigger, maybe just a little bit farther away. The other thing is the text is a little blurry, but it actually clears up as you get closer, which I like because it means that I actually have to get closer to it in order to see it. Little things like this, for some reason, text can always be a little bit bigger. I think that size text for that distance is probably about right, and this could be about 10-15% bigger. If I go to the phone, I do love the fact that I have to get really close to the phone in order to see it, and I can pick up the receiver. This is, again, another space where I probably want to increase the size of the text just a little bit. But aside from that, the sizing of everything feels good. The spacing of things feel good, where, this is a good size space between objects. It's a good size space between, these items that are here on the menu. Not everything's too close, not everything's too far away. I like the fact that this is adjustable here. At the very least, it's just something you can play with. And I'm assuming that this is if I wanted to enjoy a sitting experience versus a standing experience. Let me jump back to the onboarding really quickly. I like the onboarding for a number of reasons. The onboarding brings you into the experience without being totally overwhelming. It gives you context as to what's going on and why you're here. And it lets you interact with the environment in a quote-unquote safe space. I don't feel like I'm pressured to do anything. I can stay here as long as I like. I don't feel as though I'm going to get bombarded and attacked, but it lets me explore the space here as I want to, as well as participate in some self-discovery. It took me a little while to understand how everything worked, and that's an excellent part of the onboarding. You want it to hold your hand, but not too much. The only thing that I might criticize and say potentially do different is to start, after I've got the smart gloves, bring them here into the experience, and then throw them immediately into the TimeStall, where Veronica comes on board, something happens, it's just a little glitch, but it brings you into a very, very, very simple example of how the game is going to work. Potentially, I don't know. Regardless, the onboarding here was done very, very well. Let's go ahead and continue on with our game. Press this button to travel to the welcome hall. Ooh, look at that. I like that. So let me go back. Okay, proceed. This is another menu item that I actually really, really love. I like it and I dislike it. Let me take a step back. I like it and I dislike it for a specific reason. The reason why I like it is it reorients me, the user, into my space. So I know that this is the center, I'm going to be reoriented. And it gives me a little bit of a prompt, welcome hall. It lets me kind of establish where I am. The music is nice. It's, kind of casual elevator music, and it lets me get started.
Here we are, human. The premium.
The thing I don't like is that I'm dumped into this space. I'll go over that a little bit later, but I want to walk from there into here to give me context as to where I am instead of just dumping me in here. Something that always needs to be a little bit more aware of.
The solar flare seems to have had an undesirable effect on the robot crew.
My robot crew? Oh, no, this doesn't look good.
Time stalling in 3, 2, 1. Human, this ship has the ability to manipulate time using the warp core, which I have just activated. Time will be slowed down for a short duration. Please ensure that the captain is saved within this time. I fear we need him. Good luck.
So at this point, my camera cut out because I forgot that phones and cameras have space capacity. I'll be back later on in the video. So audio, I love the music. The music is kind of putting me into this James Bond-esque feeling. And so what I'm going to do here is I need to try to ensure that the captain is saved. Now, again, interactivity, I don't actually have to do anything. I can just push it with my hands. I don't have to click anything. That is exactly how the real world works. And it's exactly how I want to interact with stuff. I don't want to have to click a button for everything, which is beautiful. I love the way they've done this. Now, they've given me a second cue, 2 cues. The signals and cues in this game are phenomenal. Not only are they coming from an audio, they're coming from visual. There's also haptic cues. So I see that this box is going to hit him. So I got to figure something out. Let me just grab the box and see if I can, oh, I missed. Oh no.
That looks like it might have worked, human. Skip to the end of TimeStall by pressing the fast forward button on your wrist.
So another perfect onboarding element that lets me on my wrist. So, okay, I can see the time. So excellent on cue here. I know how much time I've got left by looking at my wrist. But if I rotate it open, I get my menu, which perfect tooltip here. And it says you can press this button to skip at the end of TimeStall whenever I want. Amazing. So I've got my menu options, all very clear. Home, pause, reset, fast forward. That's what I'm guessing they are. I don't actually know. But let's go ahead and click it. And again, I don't have to press the button with a trigger. I can just touch it with my hand. And it looks like I have saved the captain. So I saved the captain, and I didn't save the other robots, but that's okay. We can come back to that. Well done, human. Let's save both of those bobs. Or do we continue? Okay, let's save both of the bobs. I want to take a point here. In terms of exploration, this game just does it beautifully. Not only are there tons of little things to interact with in the level, but then it gives me challenges to try to explore and figure out. But it doesn't tell me exactly what I have to do. It gives me just a little bit of a hint as to what it thinks I should do. So can robots fly? Cardboard robot killer 3-in-1. The 3-in-1 is always the same. Can you save all 3 of them at the same time? But these other 2, I've got to try to figure out, which forces me to explore. Let's try again. I'm only going to try again because I actually know how to solve this one. Some of the other ones are harder. So now, bobs are still in danger. I'm given the prompts ahead of time, and I'm given my orientation.
Here we are, human. The premium backers welcome hall.
So I can skip the intro with the button. Beautiful. And so now we've got the issue. Okay.
Well done. You saved the captain. Now try to save the bobs.
Love it. Another cue. And see, what we can see is that we're still a part of the onboarding, which is amazing, but we're also in the game. The handoff between the onboarding and the game in this application is just beautiful, and you can see it because it's giving me the other cue that will disappear later. So I'm going to save him, and I'm going to try to save the other bobs. So I'm going to grab that, and let's hit all these cardboards because I know, okay, here's another environmental tip here in terms of the spacing. It gives me the cue as to where I can't go. So as I'm getting out of the scene, it's going to blur it away and I can't do anything. So I've got to back up and get out of there in order to see what's going on. But now I've got another box issue. So let's throw that out of the way. Now, it hasn't told me this yet, but I do know I can press the, what is it? Yes. So if I just hold the grip button and point with my finger, it will tell me, yeah, so you can see it here. It will tell me the trajectory of where these boxes are going. So it can tell me, and I get a little bit of haptic feedback here too. I can see exactly where these boxes are headed, so I can tell, okay, safe. Looks like he's going to be safe here, safe. Now, one of them is to make the robots fly. It took me forever to figure this out, but look at these little balloons. So I can take the little balloons, and I can fill them up, and I can attach them. So, if anything, this is just so fun to be able to try to figure this stuff out. Okay, let me get these other cardboard killers here knock them all out. Oh, I've got to save this Bob here. Oh no.
TimeStall ends in
I think. Oh, oh, there's one more.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Oh no. I didn't get it. But let's see if I saved these Bobs. So, nope, didn't save him. Saved him. I made that robot fly, which was fun. So, challenge complete, can robots fly? And I didn't get the cardboards, unfortunately. So, I would redo it, but you understand the gist of not only this game and this level, but how interactive everything is. Let's go ahead and go to the next level.
Captain, that burst of radiation from the solar flare could have resulted in untold damage to the robot crew and the ship.
Impossible. This ship and its crew will never let me down.
I have my doubts, Captain. Maybe you and the human should investigate the passenger cabins to evaluate the damage.
Okay, if only to prove to you how loyal my crew are to their captain. Ready, human? Go and select the passenger cabin from the navigation hologram, and we can get going. Looks like Randy won something. What's that, Randy? Pizza time? Human, why don't you look around and see if you can find a way of ordering a pizza? There must be a number somewhere.
Pause. I just noticed that in the back right corner, there is an ode to Facebook, or in this case, Bob Book. What I like about this cabin is that this is the quote-unquote, again, safe space. Every time it looks like we're gonna come back here, and we're gonna be able to explore and interact and do stuff, but we're gonna stay here as kind of home base, which lets me interact and explore things in a hyper-casual way. But again, this is kind of the safety spot that I'm comfortable. This is home. I like having that home, a place that I can always come back to that I'm familiar with. The only thing that I would say is that I can see casually that we're going through the ship is what it looks like. Knowing what's kind of happening around me would maybe be helpful, but not totally necessary. So I've got my Bob bot here, and I'm going to try to figure out how to satisfy him. So let's look around. Our next stop is a passenger cabin. Another great cue to let me know what I need to be doing next. But, so we've got our pizza. Let's do our pizza. So press 1222 or 1224. 1. Oh, I gotta press the call button. 1, 2, 2, 4. I love when the pizza comes. Whoop! The pizza's out. So, well, he needs to get the pizza. So let me pick the pizza up. I love how when I interact with the environment, it doesn't just let me hover over and pick it up. It forces me to bend down and pick it up. And I ate his pizza by accident. No! I gotta get him another one. See if I can catch it. Oh, I can catch it. The interactivity. See, that's a perfect example of the interactivity. And I love the pizza physics. Look how floppy it is. And I can wiggle it around, and I can... Oh, can I bend it? Nope. But at least I've got this wonderful pizza dynamic of floppy pizza here. So let me hand it over. Bloop. There we go. Yay! If anything, this is just cute as hell. Playing that is not the main objective is a critical aspect of exploration. And TimeStall does it perfectly. I love this. Now, also as you can see, the menus are ambidextrous. Oop, oop, oh, oop, oop. Looks like we've got some new items here, and these look like guns. Boop, boop. I can't shoot the captain, but I love that. See how, in terms of controls, macro movements. So I don't have to be super precise in order to pick it up or in order to catch it. this makes sense because in real life, I wouldn't need to be super precise in order to catch it. But I do need to be close enough. And of course, shooting things interacts with, oh, looks like I blew up the battery. No bueno. But anyway, let's go to level 2. Oh, save me human, the ship needs me. So it looks like I have to save the captain before I can unlock these challenges. Another excellent way of ensuring that I keep coming back. The cool thing about this menu is that if I'm not looking at it or I move around, it actually goes away. So let's take me coming back over here, and now it's gone. But if I come back in front of it, it comes back. It's little things like that. The spatial awareness and the interactivity that's constantly going on with this game really adds to that immersion. So let's go ahead and start.
Here we are, human. One of the luxury cabins for the premium backers. Don't make a mess.
I love the reflection.
Oh, hello. We don't need room service right now, thank you. Whoa! Ah, missed me. Oh no! Help me, human!
One of the things that we haven't talked about here yet are the visuals. The visuals in this game are stunning, in my opinion. Even though this experience doesn't feel cartoonish. It is and it isn't at the same time. And the reason why is because of the immense attention to detail, the color difference that's happening here, the light that's coming in from the sun, the reflection of the entire room that actually moves dynamically with the surface of this object. That attention to detail on something is amazing. The ice cubes, look, they glow just like an ice cube would, and they reflect, and I can actually see the reflection of the bob in the ice cube. That's amazing. The level of detail that they've put into this game is superb, and I mean, it really does blow me away in terms of the level of detail. Now, it looks like I've got a key that I've got to use, so let me quickly, oh, I missed, damn it. Nope. That's not gonna work. Okay. Key. What does the key do? Okay, key comes, not to, oh, here. Key comes down here. There we go. All right, let's see. Oh, I can't kick that. All right. Maybe I can blow him up real fast. Okay, and I still need to defend. Maybe that'll block the bullet. Okay, I need to grab the battery. Again, you can tell from all, I love how much interactivity there is with this game. So, I don't know, again, why these sticks, but regardless, cues are everywhere, as you can tell. The highlighting, the spacing, the sounds that things make. It's not totally giving it away, but it does help significantly. Okay, I gotta save that bob. I can grab all the ice though, because I know one of the things is brain freeze, but I don't know if it's unlocked yet.
TimeStall ends in 10,
Oh, I guess it's not unlocked yet. Oh yeah, it is.
4, 3,
How do I can't save that bob. Oh no. Oh, too late. I did it!
Oh no! I know that sound.
Space bugs!
Quick, human, take the ray gun and get rid of these pesky bugs.
Another just wonderful little mini game to play. So, oh, and they're actually kind of cute. Now we're back, and I'm gonna do the third level here, and just enjoy playing it while I comment on how beautiful the space is. So let's go ahead and start.
I see nothing wrong here. Just a typical day in the cruise diner. I wonder what's on the menu.
Captain, this is most irregular.
Press the grip button and point with your finger. Press the grip button and point with your finger. That's what I'm doing. You can use it to see where objects are going. Correct. Now, I want to pull this. So one of the key aspect about this tool is it's magnetic, and it tells me which objects I can interact with, which I really do I love it. It's also got a little indicator here, and this feels just like an extension of my hand. So let me see where he's going. He's gonna fall there. Let me just make sure. From a physics perspective, this is genius because it goes only in the direction that I push it. So it ensures that I'm pushing it in the right direction. So let me check. Cool, I think he'll be clear. This guy, I can literally just push him out of the way. I don't even have to do anything, which is great. Now, I got these little coins, and I can use to get stuff. So press the grip and point with your finger. You can see how seamless. I mean, even when I'm just interacting with this, I'm just pressing it down and pulling it up. Seamless, seamless, seamless. All right, now I've got a drill that gives me drill sounds, and it looks like I've got an empty battery and a good battery. So let's grab the empty one. Whoa, whoa. It also, as I'm running into it, gives me the sounds that I like. I can pull the panel off. I can grab the battery. Oh no, now I've got to grab the other one. Hold on. Oh. It's giving me haptic and visual and audio feedback, just what I want. So pull that panel off. All right, now I've unlocked all of these. And I think I've got a, oh. One of these has a, I don't know what this is for, but I always took this and, oh no, I missed. Shot the toast. Hold on. Maybe I can I pull it? Yeah. Oh. All right, that's saved. Oh no, he already got hit.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I didn't save the Bob. I'll just go back home and wallow in my sadness. Where am I? Oh, I'm way off.
Good thing that we have this shuttle to patrol the Fantastic Leap and ensure she's in tip-top condition. The Fantastic Leap is an exceptional ship, built by Iwata Industries. It was cheap, but comes with ultra-reliable core systems.
Status update. Core systems failing in every quadrant. Chance of ship survival is currently 0. I have detected some strange readings on the plasma deck. I suggest you investigate immediately.
0, eh? Ha! I like a challenge. Human, when you're ready, go and select the plasma deck from the navigation hologram. It looks like Randy wants something.
He wants a dog. All right, let's go get him a dog. Looks like Worm Dogs 1504. Okay, looks like I got a bun. Okay, and a can of worms. Okay, well, I gotta drop the worms and pull the. Oh, I'll have to say it again, but the attention to detail is just phenomenal. I mean, even the inside of the can, they could have just left it alone, but instead they made it look like it's a can of worms. I mean, it's awesome. The bread looks like a piece of bread, and now I've got a worm dog that I'm going to feed to Mr. Bob here. The other thing about the menus that I forgot to mention is that I do love the fact that every time I press one of these buttons, it lets me see where I'm going next. This is a great visual cue. You can hear how, as I click things without having to press anything, just my hand, I can get audio feedback as well. So really, this game, in my opinion, just nails almost everything. The visuals are beautiful. The shadows look realistic. Everything is spaced about where I would imagine it would be. Everything is interactive, not only the environment, but also the Bobs. So the other players are interactive. Veronica is interactive. The telephone system to get hints is interactive. Everything is amazingly interactive. In terms of the sizing of everything, the text is a little bit small, but overall everything feels like they're at the right size and they're in the right proportions. Onboarding, love the onboarding. It was seamless as it could get. The menu system is multi-tiered and integrated into the actual experience. So it doesn't feel like the menus are something that are out of the way. If you noticed, there was no flat menus anywhere. Even the menu that could have been a flat menu was a curved menu. It was ergonomic to my body and my spacing. I interact in radial dimensions, so having a flat surface doesn't really make sense. Even this is radial, even though it is flat. The physics are genius. I love the fact that I have to actually calculate. So for instance, with the champagne bottles, let's see if there's anything else here. I have to figure out how that's going to actually interact with the rest of the environment. So I have to figure out how the physics are going to interact with the slow motion aspects that are involved. The locomotion, excellent. The option in the very beginning is a element that every game should take away. Let the user choose how they want to move about in their locomotion from the very beginning. Most of the time, this is not going to be their very first VR experience. And so with that, they're going to figure out how they want to move about in space. The audio, constant audio feedback, constant aspects of audio. I can hear him clicking. I can hear the ship actually moving. I've got the elevator music. I've got, when I highlight and click on things, when I open up this, always audio feedback, just like in real life. I really feel like I am here in some regards. The controls are an extension of how I interact with this environment, and the best thing about it is that I don't have to click on everything. I can just press it with my hands. I can hit him literally with my hands. And then if I want to, I can grab things and put them, put them around. And then the exploration, perfectly done with the ability to interact with everything. Exploration is accompanied by interaction. It is really a game that keeps bringing me back, and I absolutely love this game, and highly recommend it. If there was a top tier user experience in virtual reality, TimeStall should be the quintessential example of how to do fundamental things right. I'm gonna actually turn around and I'm going to, looks like I've saved my game, so I can insert other games here, which I'll tell you what, this dynamic here, an interactive game selection of saved games, I loved this. This is exactly one of these interactive menus where I should be able to get a little bit of a screen here, but the main part of it is this interaction with buttons and loading and grabbing, and then I can view some other information regarding it. Absolutely crushed it in terms of the user experience. So with that, I'm going to jump out. I love my VR face. So that was TimeStall. I really have very little critiques about TimeStall because it is so well done and so well executed. As I mentioned in the conclusion, almost every aspect of virtual reality's user experience expectations are met and exceeded. It is by far the standard of virtual reality interaction that I would want. And being a puzzle game and a physics-based puzzle game really sets the bar high for future virtual reality experiences. Combining everything, really I think the thing that takes it over the top is the visuals. The attention to detail on the visuals really makes the difference in how I'm interacting with this game. Now, they've done everything else right. And then the visuals take it to that next level where I don't feel like I am playing just a miscellaneous indie game, but I'm actually playing a really solid experience. And if they came out with a TimeStall 2, I would buy it in a heartbeat because the game is so fun and so interactive. And they can take it in so many different ways. They can add new tools, they can add new environments, they can add new objects that you can interact with. We didn't get to it, but they have the champagne bottles, there's rockets, there's penguins, there's explosives, there's all sorts of little things that go into the game that can be added to with the next level. I applaud the developers on this experience because it is my top recommended virtual reality game when it comes to the user experience. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe for more. There's a link in the description for a full breakdown in terms of text as an article. And until next time, game on!